Hello, everybody. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, enough of that. Willie Epting Jr. A show enough divided. If you have not seen my face in a while, it's only because I had shoulder surgery and the crew was just making fun of me backstage, but it's all good. We're going to bring everybody in here in just a minute. We got a plethora of folks, and we're going to tell you guys who's going to the Super Bowl, who's going to win it, who's going to be the MVP, and all that other good stuff. But something that I like to do, especially when I have been out for some time, if you are a music buff the way that I am, you probably have heard this before in certain circles. Here we go.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
And yes, back indeed. Back by popular demand. Back for the first time. Back. ShakeBack. That's what we're doing. Anyway, I got the crew in here. I have Brian, I have Ben, and shout out to Ben, Brian, and Tisha for holding it down while I was out. They did a phenomenal job. We also have Dwayne, we have Sapphire, and we have my brother from the same mother. I'm so excited that he's here with us. That, of course, is Donnie. So without further ado, I think it's time for us to go ahead and get this thing rolling. I think they're excited. I know I am. So you already know what it is. Let's go and get it. Come on. Every time there is a Kansas City Chiefs highlight, low light, whatever, it makes me want to throw up in my mouth. Once again, everybody is in the building. Ben, Sapphire, Donnie, Tisha, Dwayne. Hello.
Hello.
What up?
What's going on? What's going on? Good to have you back.
All right, let's go.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
So we got Spanish speakers in here.
Sí.
We have Swahili. Did I say that right? Anyway,
No.
no, I did not. I got something for you too, Donnie. Donnie, I'm sorry. So,
Hey, who's that?
yeah, that's what you get. That's
Careful,
what
I got
you get.
warrants.
Look, you got the government.
Yeah, right. I've got some things in here, man, that I'm very excited about. Again, I'm working with one arm primarily. The shoulder surgery was back in October. Torn rotator cuff. When they got in there, y'all, they found some bone spurs. They found bursitis, and they found a bunch of scar tissue. So that has made my rehab last a lot longer than I anticipated. Initial recovery time was 4 to 6 months. We're halfway through that, but I've had a setback. So my right hand is swollen, and my fingers look like sausages. I can't even make a fist. I can't even lift my arm up really to show y'all on camera, but I can't even make a fist with my right hand. So yeah, it's still a work in progress, but the show must go on, as Donnie used to say all the time, as part of the His Own Sports Show. So I don't know if y'all ready to get this thing going, but I hope you are, because if you are, then we about to go. If not, then we about to go anyway. That's what it is. Okay. No one has anything funky to say about that. My arm clapping with one arm, and
your hand looked really large when you went like this.
like what?
It looked like a club fist. It looked like 5 times its normal size.
That's
over there trying to look like Buddy Love.
Man, I was just
There you go,
took
Donnie.
it right out my mouth. You
Who
took
said
it right
that?
out
Donnie
my
or
mouth.
Dwayne?
That would be
Dwayne.
Wait. Okay.
Dwayne said that mess. But yeah, so yeah, and at times it has looked like the clumps.
Let me get one. Can you do that for me with Wayne? Let me get one reel.
I can't lift my hand up that high.
Can't get one reel.
I can't. Okay, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Okay, you see it there?
All right.
Ouch.
Fuck the lead. Fuck the
I
lead.
know it's painful.
Come on, man.
That
We
looks
gotta fight
ugly.
through it. Punch a couple brick walls. We'll be okay.
I mean, and I can't. I don't get any good sleep. It's been crazy. But anyway, how are y'all doing? Let's start with Ben. Ben, what's going on? How's the newborn?
Oh man, she's great. She's great. She just was a month old on Sunday. So yeah, we're not sleeping through the nights and we're putting up with lots of crying, but other than that, that's to be expected, I guess. But yeah, I'm slowly but surely turning her into a Bills fan already. So we're going.
You said she turned a month old. Does that mean she's already in your pockets?
In the pockets with diapers, my boy.
She's been in my pocket since a while ago. Yeah.
She was in your pockets probably 10 months ago.
It.
How about that? Brian,
Yes, sir.
your Oklahoma Sooners have not fared that well here recently. But your Oklahoma City Thunder are on like a 87 game winning streak?
Man, it feels like it. It sure feels like it. It's been a long time coming, man. It's kind of crazy how they've been able to just sustain, and then when they lose, they have really amazing players leave, in Durant, Westbrook, Paul George, and all that, and then they end up figuring out a way to turn it around and trying to have the best record in the NBA after tonight.
I'm
tied with it.
And Tisha, I don't even know if I even want to say anything to you because you all have already made me nauseous. I hate them.
Oh, hi, it's good to see you. No. I don't know. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, things over here are just fine. 15-2. That sums it up.
I don't know what happened there. I kicked myself out the studio.
I was gonna say he's gonna kick me out. I was like, I already knew that was coming. He was just getting ready to kick me out.
So I got a question. We see that photo of two we're gonna say organizations. One that wears red and one that wears blue, and they kind of unite. I'll let everybody else figure that out later. But Willie, you're a Raiders fan. I'm a Niners fan, and of course, my Niners are nowhere to be sniffing the playoff picture or whatever. I don't even know what football is, whatever the stuff we about to talk about. Who cares? But is it safe to say that you and I are kind of we're uniting in red and blue against these Chiefs? Because I hate them too.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. I hate the Chiefs.
Everybody on
it takes a lot. It takes a lot for me to hate a team, but especially they, taking opportunities 7 and 8 away from my 49ers to win Super Bowls. I hate them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Willie, you didn't tell me it ran in the family there. The hatred.
Well, I wanted to leave it up to him because I know him, and I knew he was going to say something to that effect. So I didn't want to steal his thunder or lightning for that matter.
If we're hating on the Chiefs, there's always room in the Mafia for anybody who wants to hate on the Chiefs. You can just hop on board with us.
No, we don't care about the deals either.
Yeah, we'll take whatever's left over. Come on, jump on board.
Nope, not gonna happen.
No.
Not going to happen.
Man.
All right, Sapphire, one of the co-hosts of the Fear the North podcast that you can see right here on the SBMG every either Monday or Tuesday.
I just listen to what the men say. How are you
doing, sissy?
Well, quite like my brother Donnie E, I am lamenting and actually thankful for the end of this football season. The Cleveland Browns, we are just full of drama and turmoil. And that's really what our focus is instead of executing on the gridiron. So
I
that's
thought you
how
were
I
about to say something else. I
I
thought you was
almost
about to
did,
say
but I
something
didn't.
else.
Damn,
Hey,
damn,
man,
finish show.
you a Browns fan. I got the eggs.
Die hard. Long suffering.
Do y'all hate
Dwayne.
Jameis that much?
No, you know what? I don't, because I see what the issue is. I picked them to win no more than 5 games this year because we're still functioning in that system that Kevin Stefanski has brought to Cleveland, and he is working through coaches like dope addicts work through crack cocaine. Just like, oh, I mean, I had to really walk away from some games because my blood pressure. I mean, I was psychotic. Okay, so we are suffering. We are suffering, Dwayne.
Listen, I'm a J-Boo
Oh my
fan,
gosh.
so I know he gonna have some moments, but J-Boo he can take this thing and he gonna win you one, or you gonna end up going cat dog it again because he from Florida. I'm a Florida State fan first and foremost. So yeah, I love J-Boo, but I was like, man, the trash y'all was putting out there. Do y'all really hate him? Like,
It's sad. It's really no. I agree with you totally. And you know what? I was optimistic that we would see him again, next season. But I don't know what's going on. I think we need a female general manager and a female coach. I really do believe that, gentlemen. But that's me living in an alternate reality. I know.
Good luck with that.
Well, I will tell you this. I got receipts for you, Miss Sapphire. I told you. I told you. I got receipts. All right, Donnie, my brother. How are you, man? What's been going on?
Hey, y'all. Everything is everything. It's good to be on with you all. Good to meet some of y'all, and some of y'all I've seen and heard from afar. Life is good. Was off work for about 3 weeks during the winter break, so trying to get back to being used to working and all that stuff. But everything is good. I kid. I as much as I love my team, I love sports more. And so I am very excited to see what these NFL playoffs or this version of these NFL playoffs will bring to us. There may be a surprise or two that I don't think a lot of people are really talking about with Super Wild Card Weekend. But hey, I'm just ready to get to it.
Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. Did you say what I think you said?
I said a lot.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Well,
We won 6.
we won 3. No, we won 4. Or was it 4.5? Okay. Did I miss it? Oh, Dwayne Sutton. What's going on? I Am Woe Media Group. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, I'm cooling, bro. I'm happy to be here doing my thing with y'all. I'm like everybody else. This season was absolutely exhausting, unpredictable. Anybody you thought was going to be good sucked, or was mediocre. 15-2. What?
Well,
Anyway, and then the people who couldn't tackle all of a sudden became defensive specialists. I don't know. It just became. But I'm a Colts fan, so all y'all is doing y'all thing. Which one of y'all predicted that we was gonna win the AFC South?
nobody on this panel.
Somebody did.
Nobody on this panel.
I didn't. I know I didn't. I ain't
Yeah, no. I'm a man. Come after me.
Jim Irsay comes out with the same
Come
speech.
after me.
Disappointed in the
I'm
season.
a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me.
It was absolutely. This season was trash, and now we got to sit back and watch Irsay do it all over again. Same thing. I'm going to put him in the same category as Jerry Jones.
Oh, speaking of Jerry Jones,
Lord have mercy.
Speaking of Jerry Jones, we're gonna get to him in just a second.
Yeah.
I want us to send prayers and well wishes and condolences and positive vibes and positive energy to everybody that's in Southern California.
Yes.
The Santa Ana winds are no joke. I can remember when we lived out there, how those Santa Ana winds would have you blown. They will blow you over. Unfortunately for us in Northern California, it didn't have the effect that it's having down there in SoCal. But yeah, we need to make sure that we keep them in our prayers because it is a mess and it is going to get worse before it gets better. But our God is a good God and he is in control. So let's make sure that we continue to do that. Okay, y'all ready to get this thing going? I got some questions. We're gonna start off with the Black Monday. And I don't like calling it Black Monday because black to me is a positive thing, especially when you talk. Shut up, Donnie. Especially when you talk about money. Come on, Donnie, do it for me.
I'm black.
I was going to go the opposite direction. I'm sorry. Right back, you sons of.
So look, we doing what we used to do, y'all. Let's not. Okay, we got to reel it in. All right, so we have Antonio Pierce, no longer the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. We have Gerard Mayo, no longer the head coach of the New England Patriots. We have Matt Eberflus, no longer the head coach of the Chicago Bears. We have Doug Peterson, who is no longer the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's go around the horn. And then Sapphire, put everybody back up on the screen for me. I like saying that. That's what Stephen A. be saying on First Take. Put everybody back on the screen. Brian, let's start with you. Which one of these four coaches that got fired was the one that surprised you the most?
Man, that's a tough one. I actually would say Antonio Pierce, just because he only got the 1 year. Like he got a 1 year with, he didn't have a whole lot to work with offensively. It's just crazy to me that some of these head coaches in the NFL are only getting 1 year to do something, right? When they bring in their own OC, DC for 1 year and they fire them. It doesn't make sense, for most anyway. I was a little shocked by Doug Peterson, but not really. Like, we knew he was on the hot seat all year. Hell, all four of these guys were on the hot seat all year. But Gerard Mayo might have been, maybe, but I think it was Pierce, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me just tell you, let me give you a little peek behind the curtain for the Raiders. Antonio Pierce was dealt a very bad hand. He probably should not have accepted that job. I think Mark Davis was feeling the pressure from a lot of people outside of the building because of what the Raiders did in the final 9 games last year. There was a game that took place on December the 25th at Gehan Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, in which the Raiders went in there and just beat up the Kansas City Chiefs. I loved it. And there was a lot of there was a lot of everything that glitters ain't gold situation with that. And when you have the issues that we had at quarterback, we played like 7 quarterbacks this year. So I don't know if Antonio was really ready to assume a head coaching position. All right. Let's see, Ben. Out of those 4 coaches that I named, which one of those surprised you the most that was fired?
I'd say Antonio Pierce as well. I think sometimes when it comes to like a Gerard Mayo, I feel like sometimes there's a difference of opinion, kind of, Robert Kraft and how he ran the organization with Bill Belichick was kind of, they seem to have a little bit of a better relationship. I think the ownership for Vegas, they just kind of failed Antonio Pierce with the opportunity that they gave him. So I think it's the owner's never going to blame himself. so he's going to take it out on and you can't trade everybody or draft everybody you need. So the easiest thing to do was just fire the coach, and I think they kind of scapegoated to get Antonio Pierce out of there.
Sapphire, are you surprised that your coach Kevin Stefanski is still the head coach in Cleveland?
I am shocked as hell. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did. You did a very good job of answering it too. I appreciate that.
You can take a second to think about it. No rush.
I've been thinking about it for 2 years. I've been thinking about it for 2 years.
Okay, shit.
We got a little time to talk. I mean,
I thought it was about
Where
week 6.
my blood pressure pills at? Let me put. Here we go. I forgot to take my evening dose.
Dwayne,
what's up?
Jim Irsay and whoever is the I don't know who the GM is for your coach, but I think it may have been Jim Irsay that said that Shane Steichen will be back. Agree or disagree that he should or should not?
Everybody need to go. I blow the whole thing up. Who thought it was a good idea to draft Anthony Richardson? Ballard, fire him now. We never should have hired the coach. I don't even bother trying to know his name like that. He's gonna be gone soon.
Shane Steichen.
Shane Stinky, gotcha. I don't believe in none of them. I don't. Because see, here's the thing. For you to be, your coach needs to be the one voice in the room. Your coach has to set the tone, has to set a culture. My culture in my squad is trash. And you can see it the way we play. You can see it the way my quarterback thought it was okay to check out of a game on an actual game-winning drive. Get out of here. What is wrong with this? Boy, I could throw the whole thing away right now. I'm telling you right now, I'm shopping around for a team.
I did that.
It's like that in basketball too.
I think I did that too. Hold on 1 second, Tisha. 1 second, Tisha. I think I did that 2 years ago. I actually had put a poll on Twitter and said, which one of these teams' fan bases will I be allowed to become a part of? And I think it was the Eagles and the Bengals and maybe, I don't know, whoever else. And the Eagles were undefeated at that time. So I feel you, brother. I feel you. Go ahead, Tisha.
I was just gonna say, like, we're always open to,
No.
There's no application necessary. Just come over.
I'm about to mute her.
I'm an ambassador. I will show you how to do it. You're gonna mute me.
Mute.
The one thing I'll say about
say that again, Brian. Ben.
I said, sorry. The one thing I'll say about Anthony Richardson, though, when he injures his hip and then he comes back into the game and then they run a quarterback sneak for him to just get hurt again, I'd be done with the franchise too if I was that quarterback. Get me out of here. Why do you guys keep why am I running out here like this for y'all? You guys aren't even doing anything to help me out. Straight like that. All right, Donnie. Should your head coach be on the hot seat?
So if you had asked me this, after last season, and I think we actually did talk about this after last season, I probably would have said yes, or I think I did say yes. I'm actually going to give Kyle Shanahan a pass this season, and not necessarily a pass, but I'm going to say the injury bug bit the stew out of my roster this year.
Boy, it did more than bite.
I've watched football ever since I was about 5-6 years old. Really got into it and knew intently what I was watching, at the ages of probably 9, 10, 11 or whatever. I don't think I've ever seen a team have so many starters and so many stars have, the injury issues, the injury woes that the 49ers suffered this year. And I'm not just saying this because it's a team I root for.
Yes, you are.
Well, that's part of it, but anyway, I lie because I do. Anyway, but I honestly think that Kyle is not on the hot seat or shouldn't be on the hot seat. Now we may be hearing some of this scuttlebutt about teams willing to trade for him, and that's cool. I mean, those teams have that. That's their prerogative. If they want to do that, hey, cool. But Jed York has already come out and unequivocally said Lynch and Kyle are here. We're not looking to get rid of either one of them. Not looking to entertain trade possibilities on Kyle Shanahan. So I'm going to say no.
Okay. And we did talk about that. And when I say we, I mean like we as a collective party in certain circles or on various shows throughout the atmosphere or the universe. And I actually thought that he was on the hot seat, or he should have been on the hot seat as well. But yeah, I think he does get a little bit. If he doesn't get an entire pass, PASS, you can at least give him a PAS and leave the one S off to see what happens in 2025. All right.
I had a question for Donnie though.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? And I don't believe IU, Kittle, Run CMC, and Debo were all on the field at one time.
At the same time. No.
Not one time. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Because McCaffrey missed those first 6 games. By that time, Ayuk had already suffered his season-ending injury, or was about to suffer his season-ending injury. Yeah, I do not believe those guys played at all together.
Not
go
one
check
play.
into that. Yeah, that Chiefs game that we lost at home.
I remember
most of those guys being there, but I have to double check to see if they were all there. I don't think all of them were there. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Tisha, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to redeem yourself.
Oh gosh.
I mean, not that. I mean, your team went 15-2. You're really just a spectator on this show, if you ask me, really. But that's just what it is. Even though you are the one. Even though you are one of the stars, and it was me and you that started this a show divided. But let me ask you this: as a person as a person or a fan that's above everybody else on this screen, looking down and thumbing your nose at the rest of us.
Not doing that. Go ahead.
Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. I know you better than that. 3 years we've been doing this. How much longer do you think Andy Reid has in his bones to do this?
I really don't think much, and that's heartbreaking. Here's the deal: you have to break it down, and I hate to do this because everybody knows I'm kind of a fanatic, forever and ever before he was even cool. But you have to think about Kelsey, as a person. I can't see him tormenting his body. I mean, I don't know though. He's got such a competitive spirit, so I don't know if we even get another year out of him. But Coach Reid, I can make a joke and say as long as we give him lots of cheeseburgers, he'll be there. But I really don't know. I really don't know. There's a part of me that wants to tell him to just go home. You did a good job. Just go sit down. And then there's a part of me that's don't leave. Please don't. Please don't leave us. So I don't know. Maybe another year.
You know what? The verse was saying, get the hell out.
I can't see that. Andy Reid is a lifer.
No, we're saying he needs to go. Not because he sucks, but he sucks because his team is so good.
But I'm saying, hey man, with what he had to work with 15-2, I give him props on that. I mean, cool. You got the refs on the payroll and everything, but it's for real though. He really makes stuff happen. He really makes stuff happen.
We give him we gave him a bye week. We gave him 2 bye weeks. So I don't want to hear about that. 2 weeks.
Herman Raj, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Look at the great looking group of people, plus Willie. I said this the other day when I did the baseball show. Damn it, I have been out, and you gonna come back? Okay, never mind.
See, you got your hand up now, Willie. Come on, do it. One reel.
That's the wrong hand.
Oh,
all right.
One thing I will say about the coaches though is if we go out embarrassing to the Chiefs, I think Sean McDermott might be on the hot seat as well. And You know, maybe with all the hype of Joe Brady being interviewed for head coaches, we might be doing a little bit of a swap, a promotion from offensive coordinator to head coach. So someone, you know, Sean McDermott might become available for some of you guys.
I would be kind of surprised if that happened.
I can't take that bait.
I would be surprised if that happened because
I feel like y'all overachieved.
Yeah, the Bills weren't supposed to do what they did this year. They weren't. Nobody expected them to do what they did, and then for them to beat.
Right.
But eventually, what? There's going to be 4 years in a row that we lose to the Chiefs in the playoffs. If we lose to the Chiefs in the playoffs this year, this will be the fourth time that we lose.
Do you know how long I've been waiting for Josh? I've been trying to give your quarterback his props and say he MVP ready, and he always find a way to wet the bed. That boy did his thing this year, and he really carried the load. I think he might have saved your coach, if anything.
Yeah, maybe. Yep. He might have. It's always been a well, not always, but for the past little bit, it's been a topic of conversation of he's good enough to keep his job, but he's not good enough to win the games that matter. So it's you're kind of in a rock and a hard place there, and you know maybe at some point they think of making a change.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. I saw something earlier today. I think it was on either Instagram or Blue Sky. The San Francisco 49ers have interest in Coach Staley for their defensive coordinator.
Well, he's already on the staff this year. No, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why it's to be taken seriously.
Okay.
He sucked as a head coach.
Yes.
Defensive coordinator, though. Think about that Rams team. And Staley wasn't the coach on the team that won the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. But a lot of those guys played under his system.
Mm-hmm.
You think of the 49ers talent that's on defense. And Staley as a defensive coordinator only and not a head coach, I think it could actually work.
Rinse, rather, and repeat.
Personally, I think Robert Saleh needs to come back to the Bay.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's case closed. I got nothing else to say after that.
Amen.
Robert Saleh is only for me.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, let's get to the next part of the show, and I got to do this because I'm a little rusty, and it's been so long. I need to make sure that we give a shout out to everybody out there that's watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, the Mafia Members YouTube channel, the ShakeBack Media Group's YouTube channel, the Mafia Members Twitter feed, as well as the ShakeBack Media Group, and Facebook for Donnie, I think it is, and YouTube for somebody else, and Fear the North on Twitter. Also on Instagram TV, I see you guys out there watching. I'm gonna shout y'all's comments out here in just a second. And then also I need to say, as you can see, going across the screen, this show and all shows that are done on SBMG are powered by the Don't Jump Life Coaching Solutions, our life coaching practice. We actually are accepting new clients, 20% off for anybody that needs a life coach. We do all kinds of coaching, but our forte is encouragement and relationship coaching. So you can hit us there, and we're gonna go ahead and move forward to the next part of the show. All right, I like to call this "What He Say," and I got a couple in the background that I'm gonna ask you guys about. I need your comments and your opinions and your laughter because it's funny to me. So here we go.
What he say? What he say? I can't believe you got me in the mix with this fool.
Let's start with the guy or the person that we just mentioned at the beginning of the show, and you all know him and love him as this.
And I would say, go talk. I really would. Go talk.
So it sounds like
I just let Zeke do that.
Gotcha.
I don't want anybody here. That's not healthy to have somebody around that wants to be someplace else. It really is not.
So I'm always down for a good Dallas Cowboy trolling session. Brian, what the hell is wrong with Jerry Jones? And then, of course, that was in reference to Mike McCarthy, the lame duck coach whose contract has expired, but they have like a 4 or 5 day window that they can negotiate with them. the Chicago Bears called the Cowboys and say, hey, can we interview Mike McCarthy? And they said no. What the hell is Jerry Jones doing, Brian?
Man, he's he is what the Dallas Cowboys are. He's an idiot. That's essentially what the team is. Like, I don't know, dude. Jerry Jones, they will never win another Super Bowl if Jerry Jones is there. He needs to go. Like, he's the problem. It doesn't matter. Mike McCarthy, yeah, he's not doing well. And he's fallen off since he was at Green Bay. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Jerry Jones is the cancer for that organization. Ooh. And yeah, he needs to go. And you know what? And I'll tell you this: it wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me for him to have done that and said that he wouldn't let McCarthy talk to Chicago, or let Chicago talk to McCarthy, and then turn around and get rid of McCarthy next week or something, right? Like, kind of like a slap in the face to Chicago, right? Mm-hmm. To me, that's something Jerry Jones would do.
Wow.
So you said the Cowboys were basically they are who they are, right? And right. you know we got to give a shout out to the late great Denny Green.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
It's every year. It's every year, and it doesn't matter about injuries. See, like the 49ers, I give them a pass. They had a ton of injuries this year. I don't care who was injured. That Dallas team wasn't going to be good. Dak Prescott's terrible. They put their they put their all their faith, in Dak for these many years, and they should have known from the get-go that dude wasn't going to win them.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Dwayne. Go ahead.
I can't let that happen.
Go ahead, Dwayne.
Man, it happened.
Dak is not the issue. Dak is not the issue. He had CD and then who?
Hey,
who you going to?
Tony Hill.
He had a chance to go get Derrick Henry.
We don't have enough money.
You ain't got enough money. Listen, because you messed up how you supposed to pay people. But the whole roster is in shambles. Your defense is trash. Your offense is trash. The whole thing is trash. And Dak gonna catch the bulk of the blame because he didn't got paid. It ain't Dak's fault.
It's not just this year.
Dak has done his job. Now he might make some stupid passes. So did Tony Romo, but Tony Romo was given grace. But anyway, we ain't going up.
Mm-hmm.
But the issue is the GM of the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah.
Well, of course, it's the issue. He's the
GM of the Dallas Cowboys likes to go.
No. He is 100% the main issue. There's no arguing that. I'm just saying, you go look at any year. And you can say, oh, he's got CD. Yeah, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. Go look at what does Josh Allen have this year? No offense to Buffalo, they don't have a number one. Not like
he
CD.
got a better receiving core than Dallas got.
I agree with that. Okay,
overall,
before we get off, yes. Before we stray too far down the rabbit hole, let's keep our target practice towards the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. Sapphire, what is Jerry Jones thinking about?
Listen, for me, I'm prejudiced because my pecking order is the Browns and the Eagles and then the Cowboys all my life. I don't see Jerry Jones as that classic type owner, right? I see him more as he's about entertainment, kind of like the Haslams are, right? The Haslams that own the Cleveland Browns are more about their brand, their entertainment brand than anything. And press, good, bad, or ugly, is still press. And for me, there is a methodology behind everything that Jerry Jones does. Now, heart goes out to Cowboys fans, which I am, because there's a conflict when he does and says things that he's been doing and saying as it relates to Mike McCarthy, right? And what we expect the Cowboys to do, put a good quality team out there. And I got to agree with, I think it was Dwayne, I'm sorry. I get my D's mixed up.
You can call me woke.
Okay. but the issue is not Dak Prescott. The Cowboys have the same issues that other teams like the Cleveland Browns have, right? But they want to blame it on the QB, because the QB got paid. And lastly, I'll say this. For anyone out there that wants an insight, a real insight into Jerry Jones, go back and watch the most recent episode of The Landman.
Okay, The Landman.
Yes, Paramount Plus.
Yes. Okay, Tisha, I see you clapping your hands as though you have something to say.
No, she's so right. I'm just seconding that. Like, let's go. That's hilarious. It's great that you brought that up. But yes, absolutely do it. If you haven't watched it, you guys gotta go watch it like right now. But yep, that's all I'm saying.
Right. Uh-oh. The most beautiful person in the world has stepped into the studio.
The most beautifulest girl in the world.
Anyway, all right. So, Donnie, I want to ask you this, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that this time. I really want to stay on the Cowboys, and the fact that Jerry Jones is what 82 years old. I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, Donnie, that he even knows what he's saying? He does a weekly radio show out here, 105.3 The Fan, I think it's every Tuesday. Do you think that he even comprehends what's coming? Do you understand the words that are coming out of your own mouth?
Man, you beat me to it.
I swear I was sitting here ready.
I do think Jerry is still very much coherent or very much in within his capacities as far as what he's saying in terms of relating that to what he's supposed to be doing. Jerry Jones is all about splash. He's all about dash. And he's all about cash. Look, those Dallas Cowboy fans, those fans are going to be there. Come hell or high water. Come 1-16 or 16-1. We know one thing about Dallas Cowboy fans every year. It's their year. And I think a lot of that is fueled by their owner, who says and does these things because he knows what he has to do to keep his franchise interesting. And I'm going to use a word that's probably not the word to use, but go with me here. Relevant. Not relevant on the field. Because, I mean, let's just say it for what it is. They suck.
And there's still like a bazillion fans, though. So, yeah, you're right.
But what are we doing right now? Who are we talking about right now?
Talking about. Yep.
Well, y'all are talking about them because we're about to move on to the next. We're about to move on to the next one. And again.
What'd he say? What'd he say? I can't believe you got me in the mix with this fool.
And the next one comes from his nickname is named after the fastest animal on the planet. And here it is.
This is my first time I haven't been in the playoffs, man. So, I mean, for me, like I said, man, I just got to do what's best for me and my family, dog. If that's here, if that's wherever the case may be, man, I'm finna open that door for myself, dog. As I'm opening the door, like I'm out, bro. You know, so it was great playing here, but.
I mean, you thinking about leaving here?
If it is, hey, yes.
Mama told me one day it was gonna happen.
Go ahead, Dwayne. Go ahead. She would have told me. Is this the end? Is it the end for Tyreek Hill in Miami?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's in agreement?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah. I know it's the only reason the player would come out and say something like that. I get the season was a disaster. But the only reason the player would come out and say something like that because he wants money.
Yeah.
It's got to be about money. Because boy, you hyped up Tua like he was him. And we was all like, Tua? That dude? I mean, he was cool, but Tua?
Lil Tua?
Better than Mahomes? Tua?
Oh boy.
And
when you seen him off camera, Tyreek was like, "Hell, you ain't better than Tua." Down, Tyreek.
Tisha, that's your guy. I think you have one of his jerseys hanging up on your wall back there. What do you think about your
somewhere?
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you say about your former receiver and what he said about that?
I mean, it sucks, to lose. Sorry. Here's the thing, Sorry, I guess maybe that came out crappy. If you leave winning, you go to losing, that's gonna burn a little bit. But here's my thing is like a lot of people don't realize when he was in Kansas City, one of his just like Tyrann Mathieu, he was really crappy on Twitter and he would say things and shoot off, and it's just like you can't say things like that, because everybody's gonna see it. So I don't know if that's what that was or not, but at this point I don't care. You ain't coming home. Find a new home.
Yeah, I actually go ahead, Donnie.
I was gonna say, Tisha, you hit the nail right on the head because I'm just ready to say it, dude. You caused this. You cried and moaned and complained, and you wanted out. You wanted more money. Kansas City wasn't doing this. Kansas City wasn't doing that, and that So kudos for you.
Were winning.
You for bringing
there's
it up.
that. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and I got something else I do want to say, but I want the others to be able to go ahead and chime in too.
Well, everybody is pretty much in agreement with the fact that his days are numbered in Miami. But I wanted to ask y'all this one last thing before we move on. And y'all can answer with one word because we need to pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Which action was more egregious? Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill, or the cat from your 49ers, Donnie? I can't think of his name. Is it Devondre Campbell?
Devondre Campbell.
Yeah, which one of those acts was more egregious? Let's go around the horn with one word or two words. Brian.
Antonio Brown.
Ben.
Oh, it's got to be Antonio Brown.
Sapphire.
Absolutely not Antonio Brown. He took his shirt off. How can you think anything that we saw looked egregious? No, Tyreek Hill. What's wrong with y'all? Tyreek Hill.
Dwayne.
It's AB.
Donnie.
CTE SPN, as he likes to say on Twitter.
Tisha.
AB.
You got some AB haters in here. I'm going Hill, man. Good. Yeah, that's my girl.
Oh wow! Is it because he was so emotional about it? He was kind of sassy.
No, he took his shirt off.
He was fleshy about it.
No, I'm talking about Hill as far as his reaction after the game.
I may have a different. We talk about this on Fear of the North, right? There's a new generation of athlete. It's a new culture of athlete, and I just think him, Pickens, let's jump to basketball. Even
don't go there with Pickens.
Butler, right? This is what it is. And for me, I say, and I'll defer to Tisha on this. Is it absolutely 100% that the Chiefs don't try to re-engage with him?
I think he burned the bridge.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. I think he did. I think you guys were right. I think he did burn the bridge. To be honest with you, just between the fans and we were having a hard year and it was already going to be tough. And then it's like, oh, you're just going to go get money, which I understand. I appreciate that. And that's fine. But kind of don't come crying home to me, when you're, burn out.
Okay, because I only asked that because of this. And I mean, look, I actually respect Kareem Hunt because he's an overcomer. But I look at the end of his time with KC and then, whatever happened in his personal situation, and then the work that he put in and then he's back on your squad, right, and contributing. That's why I asked.
And that's one thing that I think I respect the most about the Chiefs is that we're second chancers. Like, and that's Andy Reid, I think 100%. We're second chancers. Like, you mess up, you do what you do, do your time, do whatever, and we might take you back. I just don't know if I see that happening this time. I don't know. It's you're looking at a huge ego.
Y'all got short-term memory loss in this. Y'all, you especially fear the North. You Cleveland fan, you must forget about one Dan Gilbert. Even LeBron came back home, even after the cut up that he did.
Yeah.
Never say never in the world of sports. Winning solves everything.
No. Tyreek Hill is never going back to Kansas City. I'm gonna tell you why. Not only did he burn the bridge, but it would be different if Tyreek Hill left Kansas City and they started losing. But they went on and won another Super Bowl without him. They don't need him. So he ain't going back to Kansas City.
They have no need to pay him.
I'm just saying.
Okay, you say they don't need him. The quarterback is doing otherwise.
No, they don't need him. They don't need him.
I want to say two things here, y'all. Tisha, you brought up something earlier. If the Chiefs win the championship, this could very well be the end of Travis Kelce.
Definitely.
Kelce will have 4 rings. He's got a bad chick.
He got a what?
He's got a bad chick.
What?
Because look.
Leave it alone. Let me be quiet.
Look,
Lord. Don't do that.
Did he say a bad check? With his checks bounced? Did he say a bad check?
Chick. Bad chick.
Okay, I'm sorry.
He's got a bad chick. She's out here selling out stadiums and domes and all these things around the world. She a bad chick now. Kansas City will be losing something on offense again that they may need to look at regaining with what Tyreek Hill can bring to that offense.
No, not gonna happen.
Willie hating because they ain't got a chance in here.
I also want to say this too, y'all. I know we got to move on, but I did want to say this too, y'all. Think about week 1. Remember what happened week 1? Right outside of Joe Robbie Pro Player Hard Rock Stadium. When Tyreek Hill was put in handcuffs, put in handcuffs, thrown to the ground. You got your guys, Calais Campbell coming over, John New Smith coming over. You know, these guys that share an agent with him, you know, Tyreek is, hey, call Drew. And the world felt like, man, Tyreek Hill was just built a bad deck of cards here, you know, to be pulled over like that and put on the ground. And yeah, he may have said some stuff to the cop. I mean, come on, that cop took it to the extreme by, you know, the way he treated him. And to see his brothers have his back like that, and everybody's visibly shaking. And they went out and they played a game in week 1 against Jacksonville. Sorry to my guy up there. Jacksonville led most of that game. Miami came back and won. And rallied and won. You go from week 1 to week 18, and this dude talking about he out. When these guys, when his brothers were there from him.
You broke cold, my boy.
He's quitting now on his brothers, and that is so disappointing to me.
Yeah, no doubt.
This is what I'm saying.
I think for Tyreek Hill, I think, you know, the situation wasn't what he thought it was going to be. You know, I don't think he knew that Josh Allen was the actual owner of the Miami Dolphins, and so I think he just was kind of caught a little bit off guard with that. So I think that's why he's out.
All right, guys, let's keep it moving. We're gonna go ahead and get to the next part, which is a quick review. How do we get here in the AFC? Of course, Kansas City. I hate them. They clinched the number 1 seed, home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Buffalo, number 2 seed. Denver will be heading to Western New York. Baltimore's the 3 seed, and the bloodbath continues between them and Pittsburgh. The Houston Texans win the AFC South, and the Fighting Hardballs will come calling that of the gym variety. The Detroit Lions, number 1 seed, first time in the history of the franchise. Philadelphia welcomes Green Bay to the city of the homie love. Tampa Bay, 4th straight NFC championship. Here comes Jaden Daniels and the Fighting Quins. Rams win the NFC West and will be home to a team that won 14 games and have to go on the road. So before we predict the games, real quick, what's the biggest storyline from each game? Let's start with Buffalo. Ben, your Buffalo Bills. The biggest storyline between the Bills and the Broncos in the wild card round.
I think the biggest story is going to be, it's like the first time that Denver is in the playoffs. It's going to be for a little while. It's going to be Bo Nix coming into a hostile environment. And I think the biggest storyline is going to see how well he performs. As a rookie quarterback in his first playoff game. I don't see it going well for him, but all the best to him, and I just hope it's an exciting game.
Mm-hmm. Brian, biggest storyline for the Ravens and the Steelers, part 3.
Yeah, it's the rubber match. Division rivals, they know each other. So, biggest storyline here is, the Ravens, they took that game, I think the first game early in the season, and then the Steelers kind of stole one from them late. I think it was like a 2-point game, like 16-14 or something like that.
Yeah, when they had like 80 drops in that game.
Right, exactly. So I think the Ravens have something to prove. And so I don't think it's going to be much of a game. I know we're not doing predictions, but I think it's the biggest storyline is the fact that it's the third game of that matchup, big rivalry.
All right, and Sapphire, I should have gave you that one because you're all things AFC North.
No, I get that. I appreciate that. I'm going to agree with him, but the subtext to this is the chaos that's happening in Steelers Nation with George Pickens. They're just not able to help that young man. They're just not able to keep him focused, and he's self-sabotaging. Okay. And so the question is going to be, what different can the Steelers do in this game this time for the third time this season that the Ravens have not already seen? Mm-hmm. So that's just me adding my 2 cents. It's going to be one of the best games of the weekend, though. And I'm on the fence right now, believe it or not. As great as Lamar Jackson is and that team is, I'm on the fence about who's going to prevail.
I think for Lamar, he has to he's got to silence his critics, and he's doing it against a team that he has struggled with or against in his career. Now, the last game that they played, he did very well, of course, and they were able to not lock down that 3 seed. All right, Donnie, biggest storyline between the Texans and the Jim Harbaughs of the Los Angeles Chargers.
Thank you for swinging this one to me, especially this being the 1-year anniversary of the mighty University of Michigan Wolverines winning the national championship.
Oh, damn.
Hashtag
Come
go blue.
on now.
Yes.
Willie,
yes.
This is your fault.
Yeah,
this is your fault. Let me just come out of.
I know nothing about it. Sorry. I was
You're
just
going
trying
to pay for this, Willie. You're going to pay for this. I'm sorry. Let me go back.
Go ahead, Donnie.
All right, biggest storyline here. Where has CJ gone? Sophomore slump has been for CJ Stroud, especially statistically. That's now also put in realistically. Lost Stephon Diggs early in the season.
Yep.
Lost Tank Dell later in the season.
Brutal.
They're going against a team here in the LA Chargers who bring in a tough, nasty, gritty, attitude carrying type of defense led by number 3 Derwin James. I just want to know for Houston and Bobby Slowick, what's the game plan? Mm-hmm. How do you plan to combat this strong defense that LA is bringing in?
Mm-hmm. Good point. And CJ and that offensive line have struggled a great deal this season, but the AFC South was really a complete dumpster fire with Jacksonville and Tennessee. Tennessee, oh my gosh, they are horrible. All right, Tisha, do you even care what I'm about to ask?
Oh, hi. Hi, how are you?
Uh-huh. What's the the biggest storyline
The big
for?
storyline.
Wait. What's the biggest storyline for? Wait. You're getting ahead of me. What's the biggest storyline for the Kansas City Chiefs during their bye week? Is it Patrick Mahomes?
I think Mahomes he's gonna have a baby. Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't know that?
Do I look like I give a shit? Damn.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, hit the wrong button.
I've kept a tally of every time he's said a cuss word, and this is the fourth one. I love it. Oh, that's like a personal goal. Yeah, so he's gonna have a baby. And then he's gonna win the Super Bowl. So I don't really know what else.
See, you wasn't supposed to do that. Anyway, you're done. Bye. Philadelphia and Green Bay, biggest storyline, Dwayne.
Me personally, I just want to see what's it gonna look like. Jalen Hurts, if he got himself together, is him AJ Brown gonna be on the same page? Because I actually think AJ seems to be playing a lot more fun without Jalen Hurts. If I'm just being honest with you.
See, that's how shit gets started.
Yeah.
If you watch the games, you can see it. If you watch the games, his body language is everything. He's having fun without Jalen Hurts. But anyway, without what's my guy? Saquon. With him sitting out, getting his body rested, is he ready to tear the NFC apart now?
2,000 yards rushing.
Yeah. You got your extra week off. You good now. You know, Eric Dickerson is done crying. So
that's wild.
Listen, you know me, like I told you. ED, cool. You had your record. OJ did it first, and he did it in less games.
OJ did it.
OJ did it.
OJ did do it.
You know what? I saw that Jalen and who's the other guy's name? Love. They had limited. They actually practiced today. They had limited. Practice today.
Yep.
So that was good to see. You know, even though it should be a scrimmage versus the Packers, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I was looking forward to seeing Kenny Pickett versus Malik Willis in a playoff game. I mean, come on, buddy.
Nobody was gonna watch that crap. Trust me. Nobody was gonna. Look, I'm gonna turn to Power or Ghost or Power 2 or something if that happens. All right, I got a couple of rapid fires for you guys. And I need a rapid fire answer. I don't need a thesis or a book report. I need one word answers. Tisha, what's your hand up for?
It's not up. That's right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
All
you
right.
have it.
Okay, here we go.
No, you're so let's go.
Here we go. Brian, bigger dumpster fire, New York Giants or New York Jets?
Giants.
All right. Ben, Aaron Rodgers has played his last game in the NFL.
Agree.
Okay. Sapphire. Deshaun Watson will not be the starting quarterback for your Cleveland Browns at any point of the 2025 season.
Not true.
Not true. Okay. Dwayne. What is that? Oh, okay. This is a drug-free zone. You know that, right?
Smoking a pencil.
This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
You smoke lead, don't you? Look at me, boy. Okay. Bill Belichick is going to flip from the North Carolina Tar Heels back to the NFL.
No.
Oh man, Dwayne, you had me. You had me until that. Doggone it.
Hello. All right, Donnie. Brock Purdy is going to get the bag and will make a minimum or will average a minimum of $50 million per season.
$50 million? You think he can have
2025. Yeah, exactly.
This is true.
This is true. All right, Tisha, if the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl, as Donnie said, Travis Kelce will ride off into the sunset with Taylor Swift, and we will never see him again. True or false? Or rapid fire?
I think it's true. True.
Okay. All right.
I think he gone even if they don't.
Mm-hmm. Did I get everybody?
I did notice he had a little like metabolic syndrome working this season.
When his brother retired, part of him left too.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And they can do their podcast and make even more money than they already.
As long as he's making more money on the podcast, he's not coming back.
Yeah. Did I get everybody? Did I get everybody? Me?
You didn't get yourself. Yeah.
I'm not doing
You get yourself. Hello.
Who's going to replace Antonio Pierce as the head coach for the Raiders?
Me.
Bill Belichick.
Me. Moving right along. Me.
Bill Belichick.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I led a 9-year-old offense in Pop Warner to the championship game in 2007. I could probably get out there and call some plays.
Hey, I want to give a shout out real quick. What's your guy who was the quarterback for the Giants? Drew
Lock.
Drew Lock. Give him a shout out. Shout out Drew Lock, man, for messing up the number 1 pick.
Well, you can say that to him. You can say that to Joe Milton.
Ryan Dable.
Yep. That's why they fired Gerard Mayo, is because he couldn't get the number 1 pick for
because he won.
Yeah,
we won. Yeah, we won. You're fired.
Like, nope, y'all ain't gonna bring Shador up in here. I done seen them cleats too. Nope.
Give me my money. I won. You what?
Y'all better go get Travis Hunter. You ain't getting Shador.
All right, let's get to these predictions for Wild Card Weekend. Buffalo, Denver. One word. Who wins? Brian.
Buffalo.
Ben.
Buffalo.
The
Sapphire.
Bills.
Dwayne.
Denver.
Like that thing. Whatever that thing is. And you know what? I got receipts, man, and I was getting ready for the show earlier. And me, you, Dwayne, and Jenna, when we did the preview show earlier in the year, we were talking about the Broncos, and you said everybody forgets about the Broncos. And I said the Broncos suck. And here they are, 10-7, and in the playoffs with a rookie quarterback. Okay, Donnie.
Mafia. Close.
Tisha.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same. I that was a great pick, and I like
One word answer.
I think it's Bills.
One
Bills.
word answer. One word answer.
Really, when the camera go off.
All right.
Say it one word.
What you know, boy? You
All right, I got the fighting Buffaloes as well. Baltimore, Pittsburgh. I got the Ravens. Brian.
Ravens.
Ben.
Ravens.
Sapphire.
You have to tune in tomorrow night's episode of Fear of the North. We have a pre-playoff game program that you will get the answer to that.
Well, what about the people that's here now that's watching?
You're gonna have to tune in tomorrow, folks.
Answer.
That's what we call a tease. I like it.
There you go.
I'm coming on the show tomorrow. How about
that?
That
would be great. That would be great.
Okay.
You just go invite yourself on her show. No.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm joking.
I got access. What can I say?
That's right.
Hey, what can I say?
Dwayne.
Lamar.
Okay. Donnie.
Not the Tomlins.
Tisha.
Lamar.
All right.
Oh,
you know what?
You know why she looked like that, right?
Yeah.
She want the lowest seed possible.
She nervous.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So who do we leave off on? Oh, that's it, right?
Yep.
What's your pick?
Yours.
I picked Baltimore. I went first.
You said Baltimore.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. NFC. I'm gonna go.
You're missing Texas Chargers.
Yeah, we didn't go Chargers, Texas.
Okay, yeah. Well, since you corrected me, then give your prediction.
Chargers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, Donnie.
Los Angeles Superchargers. Not in San Diego anymore.
That don't even sound right. That don't even sound right. Dwayne.
It's them boats, man.
Man, everybody is. I mean, okay. Sapphire.
Our Chargers. Come on.
So is everybody going with the Chargers?
Yes.
I am. Yeah.
I'm going with
Houston, Texas social media not watching this one.
I'm going with the Texans. Forget y'all. All right, NFC. As we said, number 1 seed is Detroit. Philadelphia welcomes Green Bay in. Shout out to Jennifer Coney Shepherd. Real Moms of the Shield season 3. I think we're gonna have a new show tomorrow. Of course, she is the mom of Rashawn Gary, and she is over the moon because Rashawn is on the all pro team or the pro. He made it to the Pro Bowl. So Jalen Hurts may be out. Jordan Love is hobbled. Christian, no, I'm sorry. No. What's the name? Christian Watson? Is it Watson? Yeah, Christian
Watson is done.
Yeah, he's out. He's out with an ACL injury. Donnie, who you got?
We not gonna do storylines.
Yeah.
It's hard because we don't know who's all playing.
One
cards
word.
on the table. If everybody's playing, give it Jalen Hurts and Eagles.
Okay. Who's next? Who's next? That would be Tisha. Put that drink down. Who's winning, Green Bay or Philly?
I go Eagles all the way.
Sapphire, put that drink down.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Ben, pick your drink up.
Even if Hurts is in or out, I'm still taking the Eagles.
Dwayne,
Eagles, solid on both sides of the ball.
Brian,
Green Bay.
I'm going Green Bay because I have to.
Are they playing in Green Bay?
Nope.
Oh, it's Philly. Yeah, Green Bay.
That's the only magic that'll save them.
Well, I have to go with Green Bay. I have to. I picked them to go to the Super Bowl, so I got to stay with them.
I feel you. Okay.
You feel me?
I feel you.
All right. So, what's next? That would be Tampa Bay playing home to the Washingtons. Sapphire.
Ooh, Commanders, baby.
Mm-hmm. Ben?
Yes.
Oh, Tampa Bay.
Tisha.
Baker's on a heater.
Yeah, he is.
I think the Commanders.
I already know Brian's going with his beloved
Baker, Reagan, Mayfield.
The whole name, huh?
Wow.
That's damn right. And that's why the Packers are going to win. So that way Tampa Bay's got another home game.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. That's right.
Dwayne, hit it.
Oh, y'all done picked the wrong team. You're going with them Bucks.
All right, Donnie.
McMillan.
I really thought he would go Jay Daniels in Washington. Yeah, this is the hardest one to pick.
But overall, Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the hardest game to pick. Let me say that before I give you my one-word answer. Washington Bay.
Yeah.
Washington Bay. No, I'm going Commanders.
I'm going Tampa Bay because I'm not going to give a one-word answer, but I'm going Tampa Bay because I'm really concerned about the Commanders' defense. Mike Evans is that dude, still that dude, and Baker Mayfield. He is worthy of the number 1 overall pick from 2017.
Come on.
He's not better than Josh Allen.
Don't be mad. Don't be jelly.
Can I say this real quick, y'all?
Yeah.
I tweeted this a couple of weeks ago. In a normal season, if Josh Allen wasn't scoring touchdowns when he rolls out of bed, and if Lamar didn't have a 40-4 ratio or 41-4 ratio, and Joe Burrow did what Joe Burrow did, Baker Mayfield, the season that he had, MVP caliber.
I agree.
I mean,
Yeah,
how do you throw for 4,500 yards and 41 touchdowns, and you don't, and you're not even
They're not even laughing at you or sniffing you for MVP. You know,
right? 71% completion. He didn't even make the Pro Bowl.
Not only that, let's be honest.
You talk about a chip on his shoulder. Come on now.
Yeah,
he lives on that. Lives on that.
Go ahead, Dwayne, real quick.
I was gonna say, let's be honest with you. When I said McMillan, Baker is finding this man. This man has 7 touchdowns in 5 games.
Yeah.
It's people who didn't get that in the season. This man in the last 5 games got 7 touchdowns because Baker is on fire right now.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say about Baker Mayfield is this: is that I don't know if y'all watch Get Up or not. I do every day, but Rex Ryan was so hard on Baker Mayfield when he was with whoever he was with, and said this dude can't play. But I heard Rex Ryan say just the other day, I am a believer in Baker Mayfield. I lost respect for him. I did.
Oh no, that's when you should gain respect.
Yeah,
you're gonna make you wrong.
No,
he admitted he was wrong, right?
He didn't, but he didn't admit he was wrong. He just said, I'm a believer of Baker Mayfield. Now, it would be different if he said, I was wrong about Baker. Now I believe in him. No, he's hopping on the bandwagon. He don't get no respect from me for that. Sorry.
You ever apologize to anybody? You ever apologize to anybody without saying, I'm sorry? Or I apologize? It's the same thing.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
In the sports world, it is.
No, y'all, because he dragged Baker Mayfield like he was.
And then he publicly said, I'm a believer.
I believe in him, right?
Nah, no, he don't.
Ain't no better way to say. Ain't no better way to say. You know what? Players mess up. No better way to say that.
Okay. He's lying. I don't believe him. Okay, let's move on. We're almost done with the show, guys. Last matchup, Rams playing home. Or actually, the Rams might be on the road because y'all know how it is. The Rams play at home. Yeah. The other team fans show up more.
But they also have the situation in with the fire
with the wildfires. Glendale is a contingency plan.
Yeah.
But you know what though? If I'm not mistaken, Inglewood may not be as much in harm's way. And I understand that they may be thinking more about the fans and the travel to the venue, but Inglewood is not in harm's way as much. I think Glendale may actually be in more harm's way, or Pasadena may be more in harm's way than Inglewood is, because that's a lot closer to where the fires actually originated.
Also got to think about air quality too, bro. I got people out there and I seen pictures, bro. It not only look bad from the fire, the smoke.
Yeah. But
and for the players, right?
Yeah, but it is a dome stadium, so they got that going for them. If they go to the Rose Bowl or anywhere else, the Coliseum or wherever, it's outdoors, so that's not going to work.
But still,
I'm talking going to Glendale, Arizona.
Oh, Glendale, Arizona.
Yeah, Arizona.
I'm sorry to lie to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. Okay, so do the Rams? Do they shatter the glass? Do they shatter the glass slipper for the Minnesota Vikings? Brian.
No, Vikings win.
Ben.
Vikings.
Sapphire.
Rams.
Tisha.
Vikings.
Dwayne.
I want to believe in the Rams, but it's Vikings.
Donnie.
Matt Stafford has not been good lately.
Bad taste in my mouth from last Sunday night. Rams.
Yeah, I agree. Sam Darnold looked like he was seeing ghosts again, like he was in New York. And I'm still not a believer in that dude. And what happened in Detroit? What happened in Detroit was evidence.
Relevant. Like, tell me can you please just give me like a 30-second? Is it relevant?
Say it again, Tisha.
Please.
Say it again.
I said, can you tell me how he's relevant?
I mean, he's thrown for 29 touchdowns this year?
Yeah.
I said, don't worry, I'll wait. Yeah.
He's
that's good.
He got Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. I mean, they're probably the best duo or one of the best duos at receiver in the league. So I'm not going to completely write them off, but
you don't have to be great to beat the Rams. So, you don't have to be be an all-pro team to beat the Rams.
Yeah. Right. And I will say they have one of the best defenses in the NFL. That what we saw against Detroit was kind of an anomaly of what happened there, and Detroit's just that good offensively. So I think Minnesota's defense is good enough that they'll stop the Rams. They'll win.
How many times watching that game did y'all say, KOC, take the points? KOC, kick the field goal, take the points. Down in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
And that puts the defense at a disadvantage when the offense isn't paying it off with points.
But they may be
it boosts Detroit because they think, now they're going to be even more aggressive and it's going to keep paying off for them because Minnesota's making mistakes the whole time. So
and not only that, guys, they may be facing a similar fate in a Rams offense that runs an offense that is similar to Detroit's. So I'm just saying. All right.
But they don't have Jahmyr Gibbs, though. They don't have a Jahmyr Gibbs.
Mm-hmm. Right.
They got Kyron. Kyron. I'm sorry.
Kyron does not have the speed that Jahmyr Gibbs. That is a whole nother level of running.
That dude there has surprised.
They don't have a Jameson Williams and an Amon-Ra St. Brown. They might run a similar style, but at some point the skill on the team matters too.
Okay, real quick. Then who are you taking out of these two out of the receiver cores? Addison and Jefferson or Kupp and Nakua?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this year Jefferson and Addison.
Jefferson and Addison for sure. Yeah.
I'd say Nakua and Cooper
this year,
probably 2 years ago.
I love Puka, but I think Cooper has taken a step back a little bit. You see what I'm saying? Like if he was still playing at Cooper Cup level 2 years ago or whatever, I'd probably take that. He ain't that.
Right. Yeah.
But Jordan Addison has definitely stepped his game up. And Justin Jefferson's still Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Final four. Who is going to the Super Bowl or I'm sorry, let's back it up. AFC title game. Who's going to be there? Donnie.
Give me the Chiefs and be more.
Dwayne?
Chiefs, Baltimore.
Tisha. Chiefs and Chiefs. Watch.
Chiefs. Yeah, and they beat themselves. Did you even have to ask? Goodness.
Chiefs and who?
I don't know. Maybe the Eagles, I think.
No. I said AFC.
Oh, shoot! I cursed. I'm sorry. I don't know. Who do you think?
We're watching. I'll tell you in just a second.
Super Bowl. I'm very sorry.
Oh, whatever.
I want to say Baltimore.
Whatever.
I've been paying attention.
Sapphire. Who's going to the AFC title game?
The Chiefs, but you got to tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the North to get our predicts.
I love it. Be professional with it.
Mm-hmm. I got narcolepsy.
Is it more already?
Ben, AFC title game.
Chiefs, Bills.
Brian.
I got to go with Ben there. Chiefs, Bills.
In the preseason show, I picked the Ravens and the Bengals. But I'm going to go with the Ravens. Wait a minute.
Chargers. Chargers.
I'm going to hold on. I gotta look at this. I gotta look at this thing again real quick because it all depends on the brackets. And maybe I should have up.
It's gonna be the Ravens and Chiefs. Come on now.
It's only three teams that really are of consequence in AFC. I mean, as much as the story of LA and Harbaugh and all this is good, it's either Ravens, Bills, that 3 versus 2 matchup in that second round, going to the Chiefs.
Yeah, so I got the Chiefs.
Chargers win. That's if the Chargers win, right?
Yeah. If the Chargers, I mean, if Denver wins, somebody predicted that. So if Denver wins, then
right. Then they go to the Chiefs in round 2.
Yeah. Okay. So I I got Ravens and Chiefs. If the matchup, if everything falls into place, Ravens and Chiefs. That's me. NFC. Brian.
The Ravens are going to get beat up a little bit in the round one, and if they struggle against Pittsburgh, if they do come out of Pittsburgh, they're going to be struggling, feeling it a little bit, and then I think Buffalo beats them in that matchup.
Oh, you mean they don't have that cakewalk that Kansas City has?
For real.
Lovely.
I mean, they could either get Pittsburgh, Denver, or the Chargers. That ain't even right. Okay. Brian, did I get you, Brian? NFC.
NFC. Detroit and Baker Reagan Mayfield.
Ben, NFC.
I got Lions, Eagles.
Sapphire, NFC.
I have Lions and fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all want to skip Tisha? Because she don't care.
She don't care.
You don't care.
She don't care. Tisha, you want to?
I already know what I'm gonna say.
I know her answer.
So, I mean, hello. Mm-hmm.
Chiefs win Super Bowl. That's her answer.
That's it. Chiefs is I told y'all in the beginning.
A million.
Mm-hmm. Donnie, NFC.
We're gonna go Liberty Bell versus 313.
Dwayne.
Yeah, I'm going with that. Lions, Eagles.
Well, I gotta put Green Bay in there.
No, I don't.
I do. I got receipts.
I predicted them to go to the NFC Championship game too against San Francisco, and I think San Francisco beat my champion. So I don't care.
Listen, Willie, you ain't got to be stubborn about this.
Nah, man, right. I'm not gonna do a Rex Ryan now. I'm telling you,
You could just say you're wrong.
You're a big man and just say I'm a believer.
Nope,
right.
no, I'm not doing it.
Matter of fact, you can say I no longer believe in Green Bay.
No, because I kind of still do for personal reasons, obviously. But I mean, I'm not gonna go against my original pick. So It is what it is. So I got Green Bay, and I had Green Bay and Philly, but obviously that's not gonna happen. So I got Green Bay and Detroit. Who's going to the Super Bowl and who's winning it? And who's your MVP? Donnie.
Eagles. That team in the Midwest in the AFC.
Which one?
Kansas City.
Who's winning it and who's your MVP?
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. I guess they're gonna do it 3 times in a row at this point. Give me the Chiefs and Super Bowl MVP. I am going to go with Isaiah Pacheco.
Wow. Okay. That's nice. Dwayne.
Yeah. Chiefs will fall. It's gonna be Baltimore at the AFC. It'll be the Fighting Campbells.
Campbell soup.
Yeah. And
those knee biters.
And I'm going to say it's gonna be more for the ring. Lamar says
Lamar gets his.
Everybody. And Derrick Henry gonna be the MVP.
Tisha, Kansas City versus Kansas City.
Oh yeah. I actually like the Pacheco vote. That was awesome. Like I like me some Chucky. Let's go. That's awesome. I'll leave with that. Nice.
Sapphire.
Yeah, so obviously I think Fly Eagles Fly are gonna make it to the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley will be the MVP. And you got to tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to find out who will be the AFC representative.
All right. Ben?
I have Philly against Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Buffalo winning it all. And the obvious pick will be Josh Allen to take the Super Bowl MVP. But I think if we were to actually win the Super Bowl, I think it's going to be a defensive thing. a pick six from Teron Johnson. So I'll give Teron Johnson the Super Bowl MVP.
Wait a minute. Okay, let me do this real quick. Brian,
Yes, sir.
Who's going to the Super Bowl from each conference? Who's winning it, and who's your MVP?
I got Buffalo and Detroit, and my Super Bowl MVP is Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay, I've got Green Bay and Baltimore, and I have Lamar getting the MVP. Lamar is going to run off into the sunset, and we can now put him in the category of one of the best to do it. He's going to have 2 MVPs regular seasons. He's going to have a Super Bowl championship and a Super Bowl MVP. Now, I'm glad y'all said all that because I got receipts.
He gonna have 3.
He's winning it this year?
He's gonna win it this year.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got
looking for that to be part of this rundown. I was like, oh, I wanted to talk about that.
Yeah. Well,
I was gonna say, we don't really have to do that. You don't want
maybe
to,
later. Okay, Brian. Who was your pick again, Brian?
Detroit and Buffalo, and
all right,
Gibbs MVP.
Here, do you remember this?
But I think that Dan Campbell and Eminem by his side, okay, the Lions take down and finally do it. The Lions do it this year. It's their year.
You remember
I
that?
Say that.
They have though.
They're gonna do it.
Uh-huh.
They've been showing it all year. They're gonna do it. I think I had them beating the Chiefs though in the Super Bowl.
Right. Sapphire, do you remember this? NFC title game. Sapphire, who you got?
Browns and the Fins. I was
Bills,
smoking crack
Chiefs.
cocaine that night. What's the big damn deal? I was smoking. Come on, I was tweaking. Come on.
Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all.
That was some Dwayne got.
Wait, hold up. I got Baltimore and okay, so and then who else do we have? Sapphire. Remember this?
Kansas City wins.
Sapphire.
I hate them too, but it is what it is.
Okay, so I've got the Eagles facing off against the Fins, and the Eagles win.
All right, so did y'all hear that? She said the Dolphins and the Eagles.
The Fins and the Eagles. Yep, I did.
Ben, do you remember this?
That was before Tyreek Hill with a Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm. Ben, do you remember this?
I want to say the Bills, but I'll go with Kansas City 49ers again. And
Kansas City 49ers. Dwayne, do you remember this? Dwayne, who's going to the Super Bowl?
You believe in Philly that much? Super Bowl is going to be Houston and the Shanahans. Yeah, Houston versus the Niners.
Oh, Houston and the 49ers.
Unpredictable.
And then here's my pick from way back in September. All right, so my choice in the Super Bowl is Baltimore and Green Bay, and Lamar Jackson gets his.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show.
Good night.
That is the end of the show. Final thoughts around the horn. Brian, go.
We already said it, but prayers to all the people out in California with all the wildfires and everything. So thought I'd say that one more time. And hey, it hadn't been a good season for majority of us. So let's all have a good off season and then come back strong next year. And I hate them too, Willie. It's okay.
Dummy. Oh no, you big dummy. You dummy. You big dummy.
Ben, final thoughts.
I'm surprised it took you this long to play that. I thought we were going to hear that sound when we were talking about the Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones. But my final thoughts are tune in tomorrow night. Actually, I'm doing a show. There's a podcast out of Denver that I'm teaming up with. We're previewing The Bills playoff matchup tomorrow night, 8 p.m. And yeah, I think I picked San Fran to be in the Super Bowl. I think it just proves further to my point of why I thought CMC should have won the MVP last year over Lamar. If they had a healthy roster, I think they would be in the Super Bowl this year as well. But yeah, I think this is our year. Josh, MVP and Super Bowl MVP and a Super Bowl ring to cap off his engagement to Haley there. He's just all the rings that he can find.
Man, what is this? The Bachelor? Talk about having babies and people getting engaged. Sapphire.
I'm gonna echo Brian's sentiments. Let's keep everybody in prayer on the West Coast and on legit real stuff. We have an inauguration coming up very shortly. What I humbly ask everyone to do is to remember we are one nation under God, and we need to come together and be supportive of what the whole has asked for. Please be kind to each other. Please love each other. Thank you.
Very good and so true. Dwayne, as you spark the blunt, any final thoughts?
Yeah. The 40/40 Network with myself, Cheryl, Jayhawk will be back January 21st. We're getting in talking about life after divorce, all kinds of things going on in the world. You name it, we talk it. And I am open and available as a free agent for sports talk. So holla at me, people. Because I can't seem to find a good team.
We got you, bro.
Yes. Right, Willie?
Yeah,
Right?
we got you. As a matter of fact, yeah, we got you.
Yeah, let me know what's up.
All right, Donnie.
I do also want to send out continued prayers to not only the folks battling the wildfires in Los Angeles and the LA area, but let's also keep in mind the 14 lives lost in New Orleans on January 1st. With that tragic, horrific situation that took place down in the Big Easy. The corner of Bourbon and Canal. Dwayne and I talked on the phone a couple of nights ago. The corner of Bourbon and Canal. I cannot tell y'all how many times I've been there. Having gone to college in Baton Rouge, about an hour away from New Orleans, and even coming from Central Mississippi, it's only a couple of hours, to go down there. And Dwayne's lived in the area, and I've gone and visited him a bunch, and that's home. You see something like that took place, that was home. That is home. And so definitely keeping all those families lost and the ones who are still trying to get back the injured from that tragic situation. So let's make sure we're keeping those folks in mind. Hashtag NOLA strong.
Absolutely. Tisha.
That was actually beautiful. I have a friend that was affected by that. So yes, I understand completely. So yes, prayers 100%, day and night. Other than that, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And I was really grateful to be here. I'm on Show Enough Divided. Did I do it right?
Yeah, and my final thought is this: is that everybody on here everybody on here and everybody out there watching all over the planet, if you are a prayer in the name of Jesus, my wife and I could really use your prayers at this moment in time. Dealing with this injury has been nothing short of remarkable in terms of the negativity and the depression that I have experienced just today. And even through this recovery, we need a miracle. We need a healing miracle. We need a financial miracle. We need favor from Jesus. I got some news today that it's not really good. We don't know what we're going to do, but we know that God is able. So that is my prayer, that those out there that pray in the name of Jesus will do that for me and my better half. All right. That's going to wrap it up. A show enough divided NFL playoff preview super show for Brian, Ben, Sapphire, Donnie, Wayne, Tisha. It's your boy Willie. Y'all take care of each other. I hug each other. I love each other. I promise it's going to be all right. We're going to holler at y'all again real soon. Peace. We out.